A lot of pharmacists, a lot of attorneys that have graduated and practice their profession right now.
All right, then Bob Montgomery, you're with the Regional Resettlement, you're Regional Resettlement Director for the International Rescue Committee, so you've been involved in resettlement of Vietnamese since the very beginning. You heard what Neep had to say. I mean, that it sounds as though this is a community that has adjusted quite well in San Diego. They're either in business or they're going to the professions. Education is important to them.
I would agree with Mr. Lee. The Vietnamese refugees, like all refugees, are given a second chance in life when they get here, and they take advantage of it. Education is probably the highest value that they have, and as far as these professions like the nail industry, oftentimes certain family members have to become secondary wage earners, and these are perfect professions for those people who maybe didn't have a profession in back home. They were maybe their responsibilities were in the home, but they knew when they got here that the whole family had to come together as a unit for them to be successful, and this was one way that they did it.
Are you saying that the families came here without assets or without other resources? Did they have to start from scratch?
Almost all did. Really? I think that when the first wave of 130,000 which came out when Saigon fell in April of 1975, they had to leave at a moment's notice. So there was no time to gather important papers or certainly any assets that they might have had. Others later had to use many of their assets to buy the boats or to bribe officials to get out of the country. Mm-hmm. So by the time they got to the United States, they had very little.
You're shaking your head. Was that the experience of your family?
Oh yeah. I mean, first of all, Bob, I want to thank you for helping my family get over here, because we really like to eat at Wendy's. It's very nice. And our goal is to fill up the Qualcomm Stadium with 60,000 Vietnamese people. Yeah, it's true. My family, we had the Vietnam vets that actually came in with the American Army intelligence and said, look, we have to clear out and grab whatever we can fit into a pillowcase, and Saigon's falling, we need to get out before the communists come down.
Okay, well, reporter Karen Rostad of KPBS spent some time with one of Bob's colleagues and a relatively new arrival from Vietnam.
As a caseworker for San Diego's International Rescue Committee, Dim Tran helps refugees prepare for a new life here in San Diego, a journey he took in 1993 when he first arrived here from Vietnam.
We love my country. My people here too, not only us. But anyway, we will still hope someday.
Tran's difficult journey started in 1971, when at 21 he joined the Republic of South Vietnamese Army. He worked with the United States government during the Vietnam War, supplying intelligence against the North Vietnamese. After the fall of Saigon in 1975, Tran was punished for his affiliation with the United States and was sent to what the communist government called a re-education camp.
This is the term they want to use, the worst. But the re-education camp is like exactly the prison, and that's awful.
Life in the camp was difficult. Hard labor, no medicine, and very little food.
So sad.
So sad.
But no way to escape.
No way.
You see, you get trapped.
Tran says every day was a struggle to survive, working and living in what he describes as awful conditions.
You should try to survive, because you think that someday you can see your family, your wife, your children, and that is the hope. We still have hope, but therefore should keep it should. It's significant and too dangerous to escape.
After 9 years of hard labor, he was released from the work camp in 1984. By then, many Vietnamese were fleeing the country in boats, which was something he considered.
I always think about the escape from my country anyway, but we know that's the way, the too dangerous way.
Dangerous.
Yeah, because pirate in the sea, and many things happen with a small boat.
During the mid-'80s, the United States started the Orderly Departure Program. allowing Vietnamese who had been imprisoned for their ties to the U.S. government to come here. Tron, his wife, and 4 of his 5 children relocated to San Diego, but they still mourn for the oldest daughter who was left behind. Because she was married and extended family were not included in the resettlement program.
My heart break because of my wife come here every night. She showed nightmare about why she left her there, but that's the regulation.
Yeah. So you help people who are coming to the country for the first time?
Yeah. That's it.
Now a U.S. citizen, Tron is working to bring his daughter and her family here to San Diego. As he works daily with other refugees struggling to make sense of a new country, Tron remembers his own struggle and journey, and he says he's proud of what he's accomplished, graduating from college and providing educational opportunities for his children. Daughter Thuy says she's proud of him too.
He did a lot of things for us. Yeah. And my mom too. My mom is hard worker to be raise up 4 girls and 2 boys by herself. It's hard.
We come here and that's to get opportunity. Therefore, I want to tell my family, my children that work hard, study hard. You can be your life, and you will want to be what you want to be.
Neep, was DM Tron's experience similar to yours?
His experience is similar to a lot of people, but my experience is a little bit different because I left Saigon before the city fell into the communist hand. The reason was that I had too much ties to the U.S. government, and they felt that it would be too dangerous to leave me behind. So we left like about 3 days before.
You were a healthcare professional in Vietnam, weren't you? Was it easy or difficult to get a job here? I mean, you had a profession.
It was actually very easy for me. I came here, the organization that took care of us put it in a temporary settlement program, and within 2 weeks I already have a job.
Wonderful.
So.
Is that the general experience? I mean, when you resettled family, how easy was it to get people into working situations?
Well, it's a challenge. There's the language, the culture, transferable job skills. I think Mr. Lee was fortunate to get a job so quickly. We have programs that work very hard to get new refugees into productive jobs, but it's not easy, and it takes a lot of hard work, both on the part of the refugee and the resettlement agency, to be successful.
Was that? What about your family? I know you were probably a baby of a few months old, but what about your family? Did they have that kind of a rough time?
Actually, a lot of my sisters, when we relocated from Chicago, Illinois, over to San Diego, they're working at fast food jobs and all that until they actually went to nail school academy and started doing nails, and then had a salon of their own, and we were able to relocate out of City Heights into Santee. So we went from the ghetto to Hickville, and we're very thankful for that.
Is there any